Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Monday, 14th day of March. Here we go. Whenever it comes to the reading of the Megillah, of course, you've got to make a choice as to where you're going to hear the Megillah read. So let's say you have two choices in front of you. One is a very, very large shul, where it's going to be like 400 people there, and it's going to be a big, beautiful, loud Megillah reading. And one is a choice of a friendly little neighborhood thing where 14 people are going to be there. And you may have your reasons for choosing one over the other, like maybe not such a holy reason, like you want to go to the one where they read it faster. That's not really how you're supposed to choose the reading of the Megillah place. You're really supposed to choose it according to the Rov Am Hadras Melech. With more people, there's more glory to the king. Meaning, if you go to that shul where the large crowd is, and you add to that crowd, then you're adding glory to God's name because it's just magnificent when hundreds of people are there singing the praises of God and answering to all the brachos, etc. So all other things being equal, you should choose the shul that has the larger crowd. But it is important that I said to you all of the things being equal, because that's only if the two choices are equal, just one's got a lot, one's got a little. Sometimes the choice is skewed because that place that has a lot of people is also very, very noisy, and you can't hear the Megillah very well. Well, if that's the case, then you don't have to choose the large place. We only say choose the large one when that large one really is just as good as the small one. But if it's noisy and you won't hear the Megillah, or it's improperly read because it's a big show place and, whatever, and of course, go to the place where you're going to hear the Megillah read more properly. As far as those brachas that are said after the Megillah, you're supposed to only say those brachas at the end of the Megillah if you have 10 males present. It's being read, in other words, in front of a minyan, and hopefully you'll be at that situation. If for whatever reason you're reading the Megillah in a place where there's less than a minyan, don't try to be there, but if that's what happens to you, then the person who read the Megillah could say those, well, I'm not going to say the brachas. He could say the bracha paragraph without the actual Baruch Atah with God's name. He's just not allowed to say God's name, but he could say the rest of the words of that bracha without God's name if there's not a minyan there. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.